you can have your footy grand finals. This is my grand final, my favourite sporting weekend. I already spent today glued from practice from 7 o'clock this morning, qualifying tomorrow, top 10 Saturday, Bathurst 1000 on Sunday, and Jessica Yates is the captain of the team at Fox Sports. She's been doing it for an awfully long time, and every year, I look forward to her coverage, not just of the great race, but all of the other ones leading up to it. She's one of the best in the business. Bugger it, she's the best in the business. How are you, Jess?
Hello, PM. How are you? I'm so happy to be here at Bathurst. I know you wish you were here with us. I hope you're going to come on Sunday.
Bloody oath. Oh, please. Of course. You know that I'll be pestering you for most of the race, no question. See, you got the best job, right? Which is that obviously you got all this hard work in the lead up, and then during the 6 hours you can sit back and watch it like the rest of us, but then you get the best job of all, which is to be able to be around the winners as well. Bathurst, in the years that it's changed, we know that there's a new version of the cars that are running around now. What are you feeling about what we don't know about this year's Bathurst, and does it make it more interesting to cover?
Definitely. I think the most exciting part of the Bathurst 1000 is that we have absolutely no idea how it's going to unfold. Every single year, there is a new storyline, a different narrative, and that's what makes it so intriguing, so engaging, some of the best live television that you could possibly watch. We never know when Skippy's going to turn up, because guaranteed he will show up at some point. But it's been such a great first day here at the Mountain. The feedback around the new Gen3 cars has been really positive. Actually, I think a lot of people were surprised about how settled the cars were across Skyline and the top of the mountain. I think they were a little bit trepidatious about that. But so far, so good. And I can't wait for Sunday. It is one of the best days in Australian sport. No holds barred.
Now, again, as part of my sickness, I sit there. I think I've seen your Bathurst preview 7 times on Channel 506, because I've been watching everything else, all the old races, all the repackaging. Fox does an amazing job, and I've watched it every time because Jess is just that good. But also, there's plenty of stuff on YouTube from way back. And remember the old Channel 7 days? It seems like the telecast was as much about talking about the television as the actual race. There would always be a cutaway of a helicopter, how many cameras we've got, all of this stuff. We take it for granted what we're able to see, and we should never take it for granted. Let's give a shout out to the size of the Supercars TV and the Fox Sports people, because you got cameras everywhere, and it feels like you got cameras everywhere in every car. The insight has never been better for this incredible bit of telly and sport.
Oh, it's mega, PM. Honestly, we do over 43 hours of live television across this week. So if there's something on track, you'll see it on Fox Sports. It's a marathon on track. It's also a marathon off track, I can tell you. But in terms of the onboard cameras that we've got over 100 staff working on this broadcast. It's really mega. But there's all the teams and the drivers in the pit lane too, all the caterers, all the corporates. I mean, it's a massive show. So when we get to Sunday, there's a lot of hard work that goes into getting to the sprint to the end, and you know it's such an emotional moment, I think, for everyone that works on this, but equally for all the teams and drivers in the pit lane, because there's so many hours and so much hard work that goes into it. But it's super cool. I mean, for our fans at home, you can't actually get any closer to a grand final moment. I mean, the onboard shots, I know you love them, you're a big fan of them. You actually feel like you're riding down the dipper, you're going through the chase flat. It's unbelievable, and I think this year it's going to be even bigger and even better.
Let's talk about that team behind you. More than a soft spot. They're my ones that I'm looking forward to this weekend. Erebus Racing, Betty and Daniel Klemenko, they do a fantastic job. I want Barry to swear more as the boss of that team. I love it. Shannon, their CEO, and so much more. But what was incredible is, you know, they've basically been the ones that people thought, oh, the first couple of rounds, oh, maybe something will settle down. No, they've been gaining. And this team that has been at times middle of the pack but knows how to win this race, there's now heavy expectation on them, and hence why you guys have set up there that you're expecting something big from them this weekend. Tell us, today in practice, did they show the form that those of us who backed them hope they had?
Yep. These guys have had a fantastic day. Brodie Kostecki has been a class above everybody else so far this season. 6 wins, 6 poles. David Russell, his co-driver, did a brilliant job. Top of the timesheets in the co-driver session this afternoon. They're in a really good spot. I've got to say, they probably pulled out of the first practice session 10 or so minutes early. they looked really comfortable with where things are at. They're really relaxed. They're really trusting the hard work that they've done through the season to put them in a brilliant position. You know what I love about Brodie, and I know it's something you appreciate too, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He is a hardcore racer and he hates losing. When I spoke to him at the Sandown 500 a couple of weeks ago, he was filthy that they finished second. He wants to win the championship this year, but he wants to win the Bathurst 1000. And after day one, they're in a pretty good position.
Now, Jess, of course, is one of the, as I say, best broadcasters. She does it all without an auto cue, off the top of her head, wears her heart in her sleeve, very professional, particularly when she's juggling some of the egos that are around from time to time. The reason I'm buttering you up, Jess, would you like a job swap? Let's do a week of your office, a week of mine. Do you want to do a month, a year? I'll get you a good deal here. It ain't a Fox Sports deal, but I'll get you a good one. You want to swap just for a little bit?
Well, I'm up for it, PM, because you are such a great champion of mine. But equally, I love your guts. I think you do a phenomenal job. The team that you have are just brilliant. So I might consider it for a week or two, maybe.
Oh, a week or two. It starts with a week or two and then maybe bugger it. Let's just co-host. It'll be fun. Jess, I love you. I can't wait to see you at your best at this phenomenal event. Of course, it's all day, every day. Tomorrow, there's qualifying in the afternoon and then the top 10 is on Saturday and then, of course, the race all day Sunday. Jess, I love you. You're the best. I look forward to seeing you up on the mountain this weekend for a big cuddle.
Can't wait to see you trackside, PM.